What's going on, guys? It's Dychronic here. Today I'm showing you something really special today. This is the best leaderboard position I've ever been in my entire life. Basically on Extinction mode aliens today. I did, not today, but on Sunday, I think, about one day ago, I think the 24th, Sunday the 24th, I got 4th in the entire world on solo Extinction. I did it with 4 relics. And I thought I'd make a nice little showcase showing what I did. Now, I have never gotten anywhere close to this in the entire world of doing all this thing. Now, I am downplaying it right now by saying that it was a Xbox One only leaderboard, so technically I wasn't competing against that many people, but it was like the 3rd day after the Xbox One came out, and I was still beating like 300,000 to 400,000 people. And I got 4th in the world. I was so close to getting number 3 in the world. You don't even know. It was just awesome. I thought I was gonna get in like the top 20, maybe like 15 or so, because I looked at the score beforehand. This is actually the best score I've gotten thus far on solo. And I had so many clutch moments in the end where I used all my downs to a stupid freaking tank and just got ripped apart so many times, almost dying like every single time. Something that I've realized that they have a lot more updates on the Xbox One. For example, the relics are not as bad. I feel like the one that says you do less damage, it doesn't take 3 melees to kill one of these little guys anymore. Which was weird. I noticed that immediately because they usually take longer, and I had to keep checking if I was on 4 relics, and I had to do that a lot. But another thing I noticed is the updates they made to the game. I think it might be a thing that you cannot get any weapon challenges when you have pistols only relic. You can see how I have all 4 relics on there. The only one I'm not using is small relic. I think they updated it so that if you have a pistols only relic, they're not going to give you the challenges that you can't do, like use a submachine gun for so many kills. Because I've played solo like 3 or 4 times now. I've completed it one of those times, one of them leaving, 2 of them failed. I gotten relatively far in all of them, and I have not seen a weapon challenge in solo with pistols only. So I'm pretty sure I can say under good confidence that they don't give you specific weapon challenges, because that would just be really lucky. And it really makes sense, because why would they give you a challenge for something you can't do? I understand it's a risk you have to take with pistols only, but that's really cool that they did that for us. But yeah, anyways, basically the first set of hives, really not that hard at all. The one in the back, the second hive that I had, was kind of annoying, but for the most part the hives are not that bad. I recommend you do them in this order because the last one is the hardest one, and you want the most skill points and skill upgrades that you can get before you do that one. As the sentry goes, sentry is the most important key and tool in this. I say this with every single Extinction video. This video is going to be a lot longer. If you can notice that the time on the bottom there is longer, and I'm going to be going through it a little bit more. A helpful tip is if you're over here, you can actually use this sentry to help you out. I had run out of pistol bullets, so I just hopped on and did it that way. I was using the normal ammo in this one because of how I wanted to allocate my skill points. I kind of did like a math sequence where I was like, if I put 2 points here, 2 points here every time, and 2 points here, if this challenge comes up, I'll put 2 points there. It was just much more beneficial to just put 2 points on the normal ammo and just get max ammo every time I used it. And that was just a really big help instead of having to use up 4 points on getting just 70% ammo for armor piercing or explosive, and it was just really not that worth it. In the beginning, I like to also upgrade the grenade launcher turret for the purposes of destroying these hives, actually, and of course the soul flames are also useful. It's helpful to upgrade it right before you start fighting the first hive, but after you finish that second barrier hive, it's really not that important. You can see here I'm shooting at it. It does a lot of damage compared to how long it takes to shoot down. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot of damage now, but when you're in the game and you feel how long it takes for these barriers to go down, you get into the habit and you start thinking, well, wow, that was really helpful. As the sentries go, I never really found a great position for this. You can put them up against the fire and keep buying fire, but too much money. I just put them right there, point them forward. Don't worry about angling them, just cover them if the guys come from the side. You just want the scorpions to die, that's all you really care about with those turret placements. And of course I got Xbox One. I got an achievement for making it to the second hive. Like I said, died horribly, failed twice, and left one of the other ones. But yeah, I think at this point I started having some problems. I had to ferry over sentries, and there was a lot of time in between, so the aliens started spawning, and I had to get rushed. And look at this stupid ass down. I mean, this meteor comes out of nowhere. I didn't even know you could die from it falling on you. And there goes my first down. Here comes this rhino. This rhino is a pain in the ass. Not as bad as another one, but I got so many rhinos in this play. And usually they're not a problem because you can just use your sentries and they just rip, hone, destroy him. But for some reason in this run, he just went destroy ham mode. Not this one specifically because I used my sentries really well. And I kept placing him down and have enough money to resupply them. And I killed him off pretty easily in the end, and I just started putting my sentries down here because I was too bored to ferry them up top. But as it goes, here comes this one. This one's actually the easiest one. I got the challenge for meleeing a scorpion. Not hard, just keep the sentries there, those two sentries standing right here to my right and over there, and the thing should literally have no problem unless they get unlucky and the two hunters run in at once and jump on them. But yeah, I went out and got the challenge, shot the scorpion a couple times and meleeed it. Really wasn't that hard. And this is probably the easiest hive, and like I said before, you want to leave the hardest hives for last because then you have more points to use. And here's another annoying part where I had aliens spawning because I had to ferry shit over, and I got a bit in trouble. But eventually I got it down. I tried a few different placements. The sentries up in front of there, they cover the drills well, but they don't help each other, and I really hate this spot because I've never figured out a good spot for it. This grenade launcher's turret is actually not a good idea because when you try to hit a hunter that's right in front of it, it doesn't actually explode, and when rhinos jump up on top of the sentries, they really don't do anything. It was there was actually an accuracy challenge here. This is the challenge I'm talking about. If I would have gotten third in the world, but I totally missed it, and I totally didn't think about it, and I missed it, and I fucked it up. But I think I would have fucked it up anyways, because look at me, it's just sprawling to live here. This rhino was just destroying me. This was actually the hardest rhino, and I'm so glad I fucking killed him. But at this point I hadn't killed him. I just finished the drill, and I was just fucking trying to live. I didn't think you could jut up here. That was a really scary moment for me, and just barely clutching out that armor to be able to get it. Upgrading this armor in this last area is actually really helpful. This is the area where they start to become really hard. Here comes my second down. This rhino was just impossible, along with all the hunters trying to freaking hit you. I tried at one point, I think, hypno-knifing that last hunter, but it failed epically. Look at me trying to parkour with the thing. The epic range on this rhino is ridiculous. Look, I'm trying to pull this hypno knife and hit this hunter, but it really just wasn't working. And look at the little hypno knife sticking out his back. If you did not know, you could not hypno knife him. Eventually, I found a really good strategy for these guys. If you're ever in this area or anything like this area, this is a really good strategy for him. I did get ammo. That was a really good call for me, not armor. Is just ferry him around this little section here. It's really good because he likes to run in straight lines. So when you see is a straight line, it kind of goes out and yells. And just try to keep your distance and stay at the other side of the circle. And just keep shooting him as he comes along. When he gets to near your side of the circle, just run off, and you can just keep going back and forth and jumping down here. But he was the hardest part, and at this point I had no more downs. I have no more downs I can get, and I was just trying to find something really useful. I found a flare here. Like I said, when you leave it out too long, the aliens start to spawn, and then they get really annoying in your hair, and I have no more downs. And I couldn't do it. And of course, at this point, I had no sentries because I was fighting off that Rhydon. I have no money to be able to get sentries, so this was kind of a scary moment until I was able to barely get this sentry here before this hunter was killing me. And thank God that hunter didn't come back to kill me, because that was a really close moment. I was breathing really hard at the end of the game. It was hilarious. I wish I had live comm how much I was screeching and stuff. But once I got this sentry down, at this point in the game, like literally at this hive and the next hive, you put down one sentry, it'll earn you like 2 or 3 sentries because you get so much points off of the hunters and scorpions. It's ridiculous. And basically this one, it's important to point a sentry to the left facing the cliff and one towards the drill, and you should have no problem at all. This is one of the easier ones later on. And I had this cool thing where I kept playing with them. Apparently they have a programming where if they jump on a turret and you move the turret, they like to jump on it again and again. And then I started running out of ammo, so I just kept ferrying around this sentry and trying to get him off of it and trying to get it. It was really funny. But here's another tip for this area. You want a sentry gun facing straight forward and to the right so they can get the scorpions on the hill above the actual drill, and you want a sentry on the left to cover the entire left side. They kind of overlap, but for the most part they're basically covering their own zone. This what's it called? This rhino wasn't really that hard. One of the sentries went down, and I just placed down a new one and helped me finish him off. This is actually a really good idea. Don't just think, oh, well, I don't want to waste my money. It's really worth it, especially at this point of the game. Like I said, a sentry earns you 2.5 more. It's really awesome that the sentries are able to help you out so well. And I got this nuke done, and this is the hard part for me because I was like, oh shit, I don't have any flares, any hypno knives, I have money, and I was like, I had to ferry over both of these sentries. At this point, you have time to do things. What I recommend is you go around and pick up stuff. I found a flare here. Somehow I found Betty's right next to it, which was great, and I just threw those out on the trail to help me out later on. But the flare is really helpful, and I think you guys should always try to look around for that if you're trying to go for high scores. And then I got to the point where I had to start running. I was breathing literally like this the entire time. And I was going lightheaded like crazy. This ending was such a clutch mode, so close, so many times. Like I said, I don't have any more downs. This is not the hard part because I set up the sentries, and they pretty much rape, pwn, destroy at this point, and I had armor. The next barrier is actually the hard part, and what you really should look out for. I put down a sentry here. It's really not that bad to put down sentries because a rhino gets you pretty much your money back, and a few hunters, and just take off. Don't worry about your sentries. And by the time you get to this point, I threw out a flare. It was kind of premature, but that rhino was gaining on me, and what I didn't realize is rhinos are not attracted to flares. I figured that, but I really hoped it wasn't, and I had a lot of problems with these sentries being placed here because of that. Although the sentries did help me out, thin out everybody else, so the only thing I had to worry about was the rhino. And once I got past him, I was literally, my heart was going at 300 miles an hour as I was running to the end zone. But that's pretty much the end of the video, and I'll be showing you my leaderboard at the end. That's another clutch. I have no health and threw out a armor. That's really important part about armor. And finally I got this guy, and I was able to run in the end. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll try to figure out how to do a live cam next time, and to make it a better show, and maybe I'll have some funny moments in breathing. Of course, I got a bunch of achievements for doing this, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Let me know what you guys think of these Extinction videos. I don't really have much more to do. I kind of want to do the DLC if they come out, but I don't know if I want to get a season pass for only that stuff. But let me know what you want, guys. And there you can see I'm actually rank 4 in the world all time. I've never been this high. It is kind of a cop out of the fact that I did do it on a console where there's not as many people, but come on. That's freaking awesome. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. This has been Dychronic, and I'll catch you later.